Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Another DIY project on my C5 Corvette back there. That's a 2003 50th anniversary edition. Today I'm planning to install that decal you see right there in the engine bay liner, or the engine cover. I think that's what it's called, engine liner back there. And also do some other modifications, make the engine bay look more prettier. I have purchased some stuff, decals and what have you. And also I'm planning to record on complete fluid changes on, from the motor oil to the transmission to the differential. Do a full maintenance. I have already made the few videos on this car, about the jacking up the car, jack stands, and all clutch fluid changes, but not too many videos. But I'm hoping to record more, show you guys around, check out the car. I purchased this car last year. I've been driving it on the weekends, taking it to the car shows and around the neighborhood. I already put a couple of thousand miles on it. It's a 6-speed manual, so let's take a look at the car. Take a look inside, take a look outside, and I'm going to show you what I'm planning to do with this thing right here. All right, let's do this. All right, as you can see, again, this is a 2003 with 28,000 miles on. Just go around the car. It's in a good shape. Body looks good. It looks clean. And engine looks clean. It's a 5.7 liter V8. So the plan is to basically, I'm going to take this off and fix it, glue all around these open edges, clean it up, spray paint the whole this whole thing. And there's a specialist spray that I have purchased. I'm hoping, I've never done this before, so I'm hoping to do it right. Hopefully we can, I can make it look much nicer, because I have looked into replace this whole thing, buy a brand new one. But they're going for like $700, $800, $900, and I don't want to really spend that much money on it, because this doesn't look too bad. Honestly, it's just a little dirty. I just need to take it off, clean it up, glue it, and I'm hoping to put. I purchased these decals with this special glue in the back, probably at 3M. But beside the glue, I'm also planning to kind of like staple it somehow without being noticeable into this space right here. Like I said, I've never done this, so this is going to be a cool project to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will show you guys how to take it off. I have some, these are just plastic pieces. The company that I purchased this decal from, they also provided me with all these clips, plastic clips. They have brand new ones, so even if I break a few, I'm not worried. I'm gonna replace them. And at the end, I will put a link in the description below where I purchased the decals and how much I spent and all that stuff. It's really not, I didn't spend too much money. Again, the brand new one is going for, replacing that whole thing is around $800, could be even more. I'm doing this for less than $150. So going back to the car, this is red on red, torch red outside, also torch red inside. And that's the one thing I loved about this car when I purchased it. I love red. Most of my cars are red. So I just love the fact that it's, inside and outside, they're both red. The car, it may not look on the camera, but the car looks dirty. I haven't even had a chance to do a paint restoration and, you know, clean it all up. It's in a good shape, so it may look pretty nice and clean on the camera, but it's quite dusty and there are a lot of fingerprints inside of it and outside on the body. So, you know, good old school CD player and heads-up display, all that good stuff. There's a 50th anniversary badge, 6-speed manual. We have the Targa top sitting back there. I'm going to open the trunk and show you guys where it is. All right, there is that Targa top. There's a special place in the trunk for it. I just didn't just throw it in there. It actually sits on 2 heavy-duty latches on each side, and there are 2 plastic special plastic pieces at the bottom that holds this from sliding or movement, so it's sitting pretty nice and tight. You also have more decal badges. I love these you know, little things that they put on here just to see if somebody's behind you, they know what kind of car you're driving. It's not just any C5, it's a 50th anniversary C5. So there's one in the front. Going to this side. Anyhow, well, here is the, well, actually they also have the original red carpets, as you can see. Those are the original carpets or the rugs that, you know, the mats that come with the car. It was just a little bit too much of a red, so I bought those. But I usually just put them on because they're kind of dirty. I haven't had a chance to wash them or clean them. Anyhow, this is it. This is all the 2003 50th anniversary C5. So next is to just take off that piece of black hood inliner and start gluing it, cleaning it, spraying it, and attaching the decal to it. Let's do this. All right, I picked up a couple of these plastic tools, and I'm hoping these will do the trick to get this piece out. So let's give it a shot. All right, here we go. It's not, you don't spin it, but it's not this spinning kind, because I tried to spin it, but it wasn't going anywhere. So I'm going to try the next one. It's weird. It was sitting pretty tight. You don't spin it, you just kind of have to wiggle it out. So let's do the rest. Try from the back first. And once you have a little bit gap, then come from the front, because you don't want to damage this. There we go. This was easier to take out. Nice. Last one. This tool is great, really helpful. I use this for taking the plastic brackets inside the car for replacing stereos and those type of things, or in the door panels. Great tool. I didn't break a single plastic pin. Well, as you can see, this is actually in a very good shape. Like I said, I just need to glue these, glue all around the edges, really nicely clean it, and then spray. I purchased a fabric spray that I'm going to show you guys. But and then once we're done, we're gonna put this on here. It's gonna look nice. I don't know why originally they never did this from the factory. They should have done that, but hey, that was back in 2003, so you never know. All right, so I purchased this. Can you guys see it? Here we go. I purchased this vinyl and fabric spray, special coating. Again, I never used this before. This is my first time. I'm gonna clean it up and spray this on this fabric piece. The point is I just wanted to make it look nice and black. So when you put the decal on, it will really stand out. It will look nice. Once I clean that up, I will spray and let it sit under the sun to bake for definitely a couple of hours and see what happens next. All right, let's start cleaning that piece and start gluing. I'll be right back. I'm going to get the right glue and we're going to start taking care of that piece fairly quickly. All right, so I started the glue process and cleaning process. I finished the glue process, and basically what I have done is using super glue. I glued all around the edges that were open, small sections like here that were kind of teared up and opened up, all around that area, all around the corner, on top. It was all loose and open, so I kind of glued, just use super glue. You can also use fabric glue spray, but I had super glue, so I figured I'd just use this, and it worked out pretty well. So at this point, it's pretty hot out here, so it's glue is fully dried out, and we're gonna just clean up the surface. As you can see, I have used a little bit of water here in this area, and I'm using a very soft brush. You don't want to put too much pressure, you don't want to soak it wet or none of that stuff. I just tested this small little section. It came out okay, but try not to use too much water. I mean, again, the first thing is to dust off the whole thing, the surface. If there are some dirty areas, maybe a little bit of very misty spray, and brush it with the brush. Otherwise, I would not recommend using water too much on this thing. This is what the back looks like. We're not doing anything to the back side. So here, let's move it over here. Again, the back side, we're not touching the back or doing anything to the back side, just dusting it off a little bit. Other than that, it's there's nothing to do on the back side. We're not painting it, we're not touching it. Well, it's the next day here. Last night I cleaned up the surface, glued all the edges, and we are here at the paint booth and ready to paint, ready to spray. So as you can see, maybe you may or may not see it on the camera, but there are a lot of spots, a lot of areas that are just not, that faded out. There's just color has faded, it's dirty. You can see it right there. You can see it around the edges here. Just not in the greatest shape. So hopefully this paint or spray that I'm going to use going to help, going to improve the look of this thing. The point is just to make it darker, nicer, cleaner, so when we put the logo on or the decal on, it's going to shine and it's going to really look stand out. It's going to look nice. Well, we're going to give it a shot. If it works, great. If it doesn't, we haven't really done much damage to it anyway, because I mean, I glued I glued around the damaged areas, so it's in a little bit better shape. Let me go get the spray. We're going to spray it. It's nice and hot outside, so you definitely want to do this when it's very nice and hot, so it will get dry right away. If you're not in a hurry, you can leave it out under the sun for a couple of hours, maybe a couple of days, and you're good to go. All right, again, the spray I'm using is vinyl and fabric spray. Let's give it a shot. Looks good. Okay. We're gonna let it dry for a couple of hours. All right, guys, it's the next day. The hood liner inside the engine was sitting outside under the sun for more than a day, actually, a day and a half, and it looks great. Well, here's a closer look. It looks really nice and clean. I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. It looks 7 times better. Looks nice and dark. And that Gorilla Glue did the job, and that spray actually did a great job. Alright, we're just gonna test fit this and stick it on. Alright. Nice and clean. Well, check this out. That looks great. The glue was extremely sticky, so I don't think it's going to come off anytime soon. I hope it doesn't come off anytime soon. But you kind of have to check this out every once in a while when you drive the car, just to see if it's there and it's not in your engine. But overall, I mean, look at that logo popping out behind that black color or black surface right there. So beautiful. All right, it's the next day here. I'm ready to install this hood liner back on the car. It's fully nice and dry. And I also just wanted to show you guys that even though I took these plastic pins out without breaking them, but you can see they are in an okay shape, but the brand new ones are obviously brand new. So I'm going to use these and have these as a spare. I already got them, so I may as well use brand new ones. Alright, so I'm going to put the hood liner back on. Simply, it's not really that difficult, obviously. You just put it back and put the pins. I would recommend to start pinning one on top, one at the bottom, so it will stand, or it will stay. Then you can do the rest. So I'm not going to film this whole process of putting this back on, but I will record once it's back on. So just going to put this back on and come back. All right, folks, here we have it. Look at that beautiful logo decal. I also have 2003 50th anniversary for, you know, that was a separate piece. You can always purchase that online, but this came out amazing. I think it looks 10 times better. Like I said, I didn't record the actual installation, but it was very simple. You just put, you know, one pin back up down at the bottom first, or 2 pins actually at the top first, much easier, and then do the rest. You just push them in. Nothing, these are plastic pins. So I did the hood. Looks gorgeous. And if you remember, I did mention I bought 2 of those. And this is the one for the back. It looks pretty nice. See if I back out so you can see. Yep, super hot today here in LA. I'm in a garage and it's probably 100 degrees. But we are done with this small modification. It's looking good. Usually I take the car to the show and you know, it's not a bad idea to open up the hood and make sure everything looks nice and clean. I hope you like these small projects, DIY projects. It will save you money if you want to make things like this to make your car look much better. I love it. I enjoy it. I hope you do the same. Please like and share and subscribe. And as I mentioned earlier or before, there will be more videos on how to do a couple of more things on this car. Enjoy your summer. Be safe out there. Peace out.